Kaizer Chiefs 4, Magesi 1. So Kaizer Chiefs on fire. They've collected 15 points for 15 points. So it's a very, very beautiful run for Kaizer Chiefs to make it 5 for 5. So that we need to give them a round of applause. It was a very entertaining game, a beautiful encounter. And I'm a coaster because they've collected maximum points and in style scoring 4 goals past Uchipezeza. So congratulations to Amakos. Now before I say with Chiefs, because there's so many things, beautiful things, as in the way Chiefs sometimes that you need to speak about. I'll start with Magesi. Number one, Magesi was playing on transition. They were playing a 4-5-1. Sibanyoni, I think he was the player that was up front. The 4-5-1, you could see it's a transition. They want to find that pass. Break attacker Chiefs, find that pass, and hope to punish Kaizer Chiefs. Well, they find that opportunity once on the first half. Let me see what minute was that. I think it was the 24th minute. They find that chance on the 24th. It took them 24 minutes to actually find the first pass, yet transitional football that they were trying to play. 24 minutes, and that was a poor performance in my opinion. Looking at the fact that Magesi is going to get relegated, is on a relegation zone, they are last on the log. You can't expect them playing at home to actually sit back and wait for Kaizer Chiefs to come to them and hope that when they break it, attack Kaizer Chiefs, they will play the counter and actually punish Kaizer Chiefs. I think that was a poor strategy sitting here because as they are the last team on the log, they are supposed to take a game into Kaizer Chiefs and force Kaizer Chiefs to make mistakes and show their intentions of retaining status as a team, but that wasn't the case. So that type of approach, I think it was a very, very poor approach of the game. That as far as Magesi is concerned, because not that Magesi cannot play football. They can play football, and they showed they can play on the second half. Unfortunately, they were losing the match already. And I was very, very upset because on the first half, there was a point when they were losing with 2-0. And the Pola Belsemover, by Peterson, Inacio Mikel and McCarthy, they were playing passes, circulating the ball in the back. And Magesi was sitting back also, watching Kaizer Chiefs playing the ball around, wasting some minutes, some time. And I was like, but these guys are losing. And they are sitting back waiting for Kaizer Chiefs to attack. They are losing with 2-0, and they are the last. What the hell is that? And that's when I was like, sometimes we cannot falter our players. Sometimes we cannot falter our players. It's the instruction that comes with these coaches that is just the poor instruction, just the poor tactics, just the poor approach of the game. Because looking at them, position there's no way that they will sit back and wait for their opponents to come back. They need to take the game to their opponents for the rest of the league because they want to survive, but they are not showing that. So I'm very, very upset with actually coach because I think that was a detail from coach because I know these players can play. I know they can play. I know they can take on I'm an opponent because they are that good. But I think the instructions on the from the coach was what actually led to what I saw. That's why I was so upset with them. Finally, let's get to the good news, the Kaizer Chiefs. Number one, I'm happy that Khanyisa Mayo scored namhlanje. It's very, very beautiful header that was scored by Khanyisa Mayo. I think it was a very beautiful cross by Uri Frosler. And then Khanyisa Mayo rise up and then meet it at the highest point and then slot it in the back of the net. A beautiful header. And I think it will do wonders in terms of boosting the confidence of Khanyisa Mayo. Because Khanyisa Mayo has qualities of a complete striker. In my opinion, Khanyisa Mayo should be mentioned when we speak about the strikers going to the World Cup. His name should come up looking or knowing his qualities as a striker. His name should be coming up going to the World Cup June this year. But unfortunately, he actually lost his form and he struggled a lot to actually get his form back at Kaizer Chiefs. But I'm hoping that this goal will actually help him gain his confidence and actually find his form, because I think he's one of the prolific strikers we have in South Africa, one of the complete strikers we have in South Africa. He can shoot with both foot, with good technique. He can combine play. He can dribble at times when necessary. I think he has everything that you need from a striker. It's just that somehow he lost his form. And in my opinion, I think he's one of the strikers that should be mentioned going to the World Cup. But unfortunately, his form was not up to standard for a longer period of time than necessary. So I'm hoping this. I was very, very happy. I'm not a Kaizer Chiefs fan, but I was very, very happy that he scored namhlanje, because I understand what it means for him and what it means for his actually confidence and for his game holistically moving forward. So it was a very, very beautiful game. A game. Before Kaizer Chiefs scored their first goal, they were controlling the majority of the ball position. It's just that they were using the ball on the wrong areas where they can't really actually hurt Magesi until they found a set piece. And then I think it was a beautifully taken by Inacio Miguel. And then Lelepo had it in, and Flavio da Silva, cool, calm, and collected inside the box. I think he had at least 4 touches inside the box. That speaks of the composure. When you speak of the composure, that's what Silva showed. Kulelia goal. Cool, calm, collected. He was facing away from goal. He at least 3 touches. He turns his slotted in the back of the net. Beautiful goal. Now the front three now contributed on the first goal. Lelepo, his header into the box, finally Flavio da Silva scored. So that front three, not very, very good skillfully, but it functions because it plays basic football. First goal, combination of the two. Second goal, I think Duba scored the second goal. It was a corner kick again. Chipazaza went out, he missed it, and then it finds Duba, he's loaded in the back of the net. Again, basics. Again, Duba as a finisher. I know I've said Duba need to be loaned, because I love him as a striker, as a number 9. Now, playing him as a winger, I think you are reducing his contribution in the game. But today he proved me wrong, because he contributed tremendously on this game on 2 goals. He scored, and also on the third goal, he played a secondary assist, because he's the one who plays Uri Frosler, and then Uri Frosler played a cutback to find him to Shabra and slotted on the back of the net. So Duba namhlanje, I think 8 out of 10 performance. And also Mdu was very, very good, 8 out of 10 performance also. Silva, same thing, 8 out of 10 performance. And also Inacio Miguel at the back. I think his reading of the game was very, very on top. His actually anticipations and also reading of the game, building up phase, progressing passes. I think it was very, very good. He came in Lapaya after a couple of games that he missed in that place. He came in and fit in like a gloves and showed that he's actually a good defender. So I think for the first time since Inacio Miguel arrived at Kaizer Chiefs, I think he have saw his performance at its highest level. So for me, I think he took out a load from McCarthy's shoulders and actually carried it upon himself as a senior player. And that's what you want from our senior players. Oozes with confidence. Inacio Miguel oozes with confidence. And he's always had the confidence. But I think his game was on the next level. And the Kaizer Chiefs need about players, our senior players like about Inacio Miguel to actually raise their standard so that the entire team could function. Mabo and Ondlovu, I think their combination is spot on. But also their substitution that they made, taking out Ondlovu, bringing in Utele, I think also it was spot on. So Abokaze and he's actually Ukhalil, I think they are getting their things together. They are getting their things together. Already they are 13 points better than last season. They are 13 points better than last season, and they still have seven games to play. So they can also collect 20 points or more than last season. What does that say? It says they've achieved what the Kaizer Chiefs has failed to achieve a number of seasons going back. What does it mean also? It means next season they might be coaching the Kaizer Chiefs, because they've been doing good. If we are being honest, they've been doing good. Kaizer Chiefs has never been playing or collected points as much as they are doing probably in 3 or 4 seasons. So what they did, I think, what they are doing, because they are continue doing it, I think they are doing a good job. Looking at past 5 games, they've been doing very, very well. Fine, one will say, but those are the 5 bottom teams in the league, or 4 bottom teams in the leagues, because they played the Magesi twice, they played ETS Galaxy, they played, who else? But they also played Independent City. Independent City is on top 8. And also, before it derby, they will play ETS Galaxy. No, not ETS Galaxy, Polokwane City. Polokwane City is also on top 8. So I think that's a great preparation for them going to derby, because that will be their last game before derby. So playing Polokwane City, which is already on the top 8, and knowing that the coach Puti Mohapi is a very, very good coach, and he's put together a very, very good team. People want to see it. I think that will be a great preparation for the Kaizer Chiefs going to derby. We're not going to speak about the Pirate Namazulu, because Namhlanje is calling Kaizer Chiefs and their victorious game Namhlanje against Magesi. So overall, I would say Kaizer Chiefs actually had a brilliant game. They were superior than Magesi, and they deserve the win. Magesi came back on the second half. They tried to play on the front foot, taking the game into Kaizer Chiefs. I think on the first 10 minutes into the second half, they looked like they were going to score a goal. But unfortunately, somehow Kaizer Chiefs made them changes and began to take game again back to them. For instance, when they take out Monyan and bring on Reflosa brought in tremendous energy on the right-hand side, the Kaizer Chiefs, and him running down that line actually produced 2 goals. Where Kaizer Chiefs that actually cemented this game, taking it from 2 goals to 0 into 4 goals to 1. Unfortunately, the Kaizer Chiefs conceded a goal from a set play, which was played in, and then it met Omofokeng on the far post, who actually headed it to the back of the net. Unfortunately, there was nothing Peterson was going to do there. It was a very, very beautiful header, but I think Magesi could have done better on this game. What they actually did, especially particularly in the first half, I think it was a poorest, I think, approach, poorest strategy. Everything they tried to do in the first half wasn't convincing enough for a team that is on the bottom of the log, who are trying to survive relegation. So, unfortunately, if they continue playing like this, waiting for the opponents to come to them, they are going to get relegated. There's no way around it. They are going to get relegated. It's very, very unfortunate, because if you look at the squad and what they did ever since they came into the Premiership, thus far, it's been very, very good. But this season, they just got it all wrong somehow. So unfortunately, it's an unfortunate situation for them, and the Kaizer Chiefs capitalized on that. So congratulations to Magesi. Congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs. They really, really deserve it. We are hoping that they continue with this run. And as I've said, Kaizer Chiefs might cause upset with the Premiership, but we will wait to see, because they are yet to play Orlando Pirates, and they are yet to play also Mamelodi Sundowns. So we will see if they continue with this run until they meet the Pirates, continue with this run until they meet the Sundowns, or it's going to be another story. But I think their defense is yet to be tested as well. They've been playing good, McCarthy, with whoever he plays with there, but they are yet to be truly tested. So we will see as the season progresses, particularly with the derby and also Game Sundowns, when they're getting tested, if they really, really what they are or they can break. Congratulations to Magesi. You guys deserve it. We will see you on the weekend after Game Pirates and Amazulu, and also after Game Kaizer Chiefs and Polokwane City. Also, we'll check Sundowns versus this team from Tunisia, Esperance, and then speak about that. Thank you. My name is Zipon Dova. This is Nevertheless Commentaries. Don't forget to smash that up, share your comment. We love you so much. We love you so much. We appreciate you very much for watching our content. From me to you, I'm saying, a pronto piacere, Italiano.